Yo, 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 and we're back like we never left again, man. How
Yeah,
you doing, bro?
doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Before we get started, let's go ahead and get the news out of the way. Like, share, subscribe. If you
Yes.
like the content, leave a comment at the bottom. Let us know how we doing. Let us know what you want to hear. Maybe you want to talk about it. Maybe you want some love advice from Terrell. I mean, you know, he's been married a long time,
Yeah.
man. So,
23
he
years,
might
man.
he might be able to give you, help you find that partner that you need, man. So, again, I'm Anthony James. I'm your host here at the Grindhouse Podcast. I want to make sure I get my co-host out the way. CEO Grindhouse, King of Wiley, St. Louis's own Terrell Washington. Say what's up, to
Hey,
everybody,
how you
man.
doing? How you doing? Hope y'all enjoy this episode.
Man, like I said, we're gonna touch on some stuff, man. You ain't got your lokes on today, so
Nah, man.
you took your glasses off. I was gonna ask you about we got coaches that wear the glasses on the sideline and stuff.
Oh,
Man. They have the
man.
sunglasses, the swag, man.
Hey,
what did he say in the past? He said you look good,
You play good, man. Hey,
They pay good.
yeah, pay good. You perform better, man. You gotta have that swag to play like a champion, man.
So we're gonna open with our first rep though, man.
Okay.
So I mean, how ugly was your swag? Because I'm sure
I tried to like have like the wristbands and like the high socks, but not too high socks. You know what I'm saying? So I had pretty decent swag. What I'll do, I'll probably post some pictures of
Okay,
what my swag
we gotta
looked
get the
like.
swag.
In
So-
high school. Well, in high school, my swag was not good. It looked like the '80s swag.
Are you out here with the big bulky?
No, I had the cowboy collar,
oh, man.
and I had the big old pads, two
Did you
big
have the Dusty
pads.
Rhodes elbow?
Yeah, I had the elbow pad.
So,
I had the elbow pad with the moldy cleats.
oh man, horrible. If I go back and look at the swag,
Yeah,
look in the,
My JUCO swag was way better than my high school swag, man.
like what the new kid swag is like. My jersey is baby blue and navy blue, and then I got on green shoes.
Yeah.
Or I play for the Lakers and I got on this gold and purple jersey with orange shoes. I don't get
Hey, that's the
that.
hey, mommy say, hey, I want you to wear these shoes so I can identify you while you play on the field.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
to the Los Angeles Lakers too, man, which is where
and all the mommies out there who bought their babies some orange cleats so they can identify them on the field.
even right now I probably got some sweatpants on and my shoes gonna have to match what I'm wearing. Man.
Yeah, true.
I don't get it, but maybe that's just because we old now.
No, man, I just think even though how they dress these days, man, is different, man. So we just go with the flow, man. It's their vibe, it's their life, so we just let them live it.
They might call us wash though. I know the kids think it's
Yeah,
wash.
they call it all you want.
Yeah,
Like, we call it experience.
Yeah, I'm living off of it.
Yeah.
Too, man. Speaking of wash, it's a subject that happens all too long. That
Yeah.
when we get coaches, they like that. So black coaches,
Okay.
man, like
It's a lot more than it was in the past.
So let me. We're gonna talk about black coaches,
Okay.
but then black head coaches. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
They ain't the same.
Correct.
So let me ask you this: how many black coaches did you have growing up? Like, let's start there. Rittner, you probably had black
I
coaches.
had one black coach.
Yeah, one black coach.
Yeah.
And what about your at Hazelwood Central? None.
I had two black coaches, but it was like one to leave, the other coach would come. So we like one coach left, then the other coach came. So yeah.
Now, what about now? And the reason we're gonna talk about the reason why I'm asking this in just a second. So, what about now? What's going on at those schools right now? Do you know?
Well, they got black head coaches.
They got black head coaches.
Yeah. Nah.
And which is the representation of what on those teams that you played with at Illinois. How would you say it was broken down as far as race?
Say if it's like 20 coaches on the staff, it's probably it was like 3 or 4.
No, I'm talking about the team. The team. How was the team broken down? So, like, how many players would you say out of 85 scholarship athletes?
Okay.
How would you say that your teammates? How many?
When I played,
Yeah.
it had to be more. It was more black guys, so it was more black guys playing than
But you know the beauty of football.
yeah.
When you on that team, that don't matter.
Right.
Like you walk into a locker room and
None of
if
that
it's a
matters.
fight somewhere or
Yeah.
somebody, none of that matters
it
on a
doesn't.
football team.
Right.
Which is the beauty of football. That's
Yeah.
why we love
That's
it.
what I love it.
It's
Yeah.
the ultimate.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate team
It's
game.
family. It's family. Yeah.
And
Real
I don't
talk.
care what he looks like, where he from.
None
what
of that
he
matters.
wears. his swag is ugly, but when it comes to football,
We're gonna do this together.
together.
Yeah, we family. That's and that's one of the things that even in high school, the crazy part about me when I was in high school and I left Rittner and went to Hazelwood Central, it was different. It was like I said, I'm not saying that me and Rittner we're not family, but it's like everybody had a different grind, right? Everybody still was grinding. Like we'd go to, I think we'd go to St. Louis Community College and we'd run hills until we all got tired, until we was like, okay, whoever the last person, and gonna win, so we'd be out there all day because none of us wanted to quit because we was like, okay, we're gonna keep fighting. So, and then you go off to college and man, you experience in this college life and you build these relationship with these young men and, it's networking, you call it whatever you want to call it. But when you experience this journey and you got these coaches and you got these young men that majority of the team is either, is mostly black, it's just, you just start building relationships because it's not about, like I say, my closest boys, that I hang with, they're not black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like when you're looking at this stuff, man, it builds relationships, it builds family. And that's the most important thing for me, when I'm looking at football. I love the fact that I played the game because it put me in a position to network but also build relationships with great guys.
Yeah.
This is Terrell Washington, the co-host of the Grindhouse Sports Podcast. We are here to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Restore Hyper Wellness in Murphy, Texas. Check out their studio at 223 FM 544 Suite 806 Murphy, Texas. Thank you to Restore Hyper Wellness for supporting the grind.
But now we look at the outside influence, though, the outside perspective from media, from fans who see it on a day-to-day basis, where they're looking at it like, well, why you got the Rooney Rule in the NFL and things like that, why aren't there more when, let's say, I'm just going to throw a number, I don't know this for sure, let's say 75% of the league is black, if not more.
Okay.
Yeah. But your coaches, and it's been like this for
years.
Yeah. But your coaches they don't represent what you look like as a player.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that when it comes to your coaches not looking? Did it matter?
Now, as a player, you just wanted to perform, right? And as a player, you didn't think about stuff like that. I know I never thought about that kind of stuff. I'm like, I want to go to the University of Illinois and I want to be the best athlete that I can be. Me looking at my head coach was not like me looking at my head coach like, shoot, oh, he ain't black, I ain't gonna work. It was never like that. It was just like, okay, I got a white coach, but my position coach was black. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you see.
That's what I saw, and throughout, even when I went on my recruiting trips, that's what I saw. So it's like,
But we've been through this, and if I just name you, me and you probably gonna think alike. If I say, all right, we got 10 position coaches. Out of the 10, we can say at the same time if we want to.
Go ahead.
Let's start with offense, and we're gonna say which ones are probably black.
Running back coach. Receivers coach. Yeah.
And we're gonna go to defense.
D-line. D-line. And
linebacker.
It varies. But yeah, that's it. That's
every team.
But that's that 4 or 5 ratio that we talk about that on the staff, right?
But this is me. I'm probably gonna be touchy as hell when I say this.
Okay.
I think that those positions are black because I gotta find the athletes and I gotta be able to have these people go into those homes.
And I gotta identify. With that
player.
Yep, I agree with that. Because other schools are doing the exact same thing.
Because you don't only 3 schools you're seeing white cornerbacks and stuff like that.
One school.
We have one school that's starting.
I mean, shoot, man.
Again, I don't want this to sound like
it's not
racist or racist. This is just.
When
you watch football, what do you see?
Yeah, you see a white head coach, you see position coach that are black, and you got majority of the team. Not the whole team. Your linemen and places like that.
Because here's the question: when it comes to that, when it comes to those coaches, now you see Larry Johnson at Ohio State has been there and he may not want to be a head coach,
correct,
but he has done that job for 30-something. Plus years.
He in retirement stat. Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but he can retire whenever he want, right?
We seen Coach Price, God rest his soul.
Yeah,
we
man.
were at Texas A&M where he was there
for
years.
That was tough. Yeah,
and it's position coach and things like that. But why aren't those guys getting opportunities? Why aren't they? And some of them may want to.
You know what I'm thinking.
coaches.
Let me tell you what I'm thinking, man. I think sometimes a coach that has a position and he's comfortable with a position, because if you look at a head job, right, this head job is so much that comes along with it. Public speaking and bringing in all the coaches together and game planning and sometimes you know how you got good football players but they can't train or they can't coach. I think you got coaches that are comfortable with other coaches telling them what to do and what to look for. I don't, like you say, it's not a lot of business owners, right? It's hard to be a business owner, bro. It's like when you're looking at this aspect of being a business owner, do I really want to have to do this, or I want to have to do that? Do I got to do marketing? I got to do training. I got to do, I got to pay rent. I got to, it's a lot of different things that comes along with being a trainer. And I just don't think, everybody is meant for that head position unless they want it. If they want it, then I guarantee they're going to probably get an opportunity.
But we both know, and we both have been here. Me and you, we were at different stages in our life when we met. Where I'm like, I'm doing this for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm moving on because I'm ambitious. I want that next step.
You want it more, bro. Right.
More. And I know that there are guys who are like me, and I'm not saying that you were just there to work, but you knew that at that time it was the best thing for me to stay put, do the things I need to do because they were helping me do with stuff with Cam. They were helping me go into that situation.
I had a lot going on in my life at that time.
But we can equate that to football. There are coaches like me where you got to think when I left, I took a step up, but then I had to take some step back. And not that I wasn't working hard,
right?
Not that things weren't going on, but it's like sometimes we always have to take a step back for people to see our work.
Yeah. And
that's where I'm kind of getting with is that with these coaches, do you feel like that's the case where they're having to work? Eric Bieniemy is a perfect example.
Okay.
Where we know that he wants to be a head coach.
Right.
But they keep putting him in the position as an offensive coordinator.
Right.
Offensive coordinator. No one's giving him that shot. Even with the endorsement of Andy Reid. Even with those things of like, hey, he's ready to do that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he get his shot over Mike McDaniel at Miami, who wasn't a coach? I think he was a videographer or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat, who wasn't a coach at first. He was in the video room.
Yeah.
So they worked their way up. Now,
they grind. Yeah, that grind is their grind. Right.
Nothing to do with that. This is about black coaches who have done the same grind. I have someone that I know from my city who was the D-backs coach for the Detroit Lions. I think he was kind of a scapegoat as to some things that kind of went on there when they weren't performing anything like that.
Yeah.
But he's now back with the Rams and things like that as a coach. And what I've seen from him is he's grinding. I know we know he's a coach. He's a head coach. He's waiting for that to happen.
So we're basically talking about the guys that we know for sure that can be a head coach, but not getting an opportunity to be a head coach. It's just sometimes it's timing, man. We look at timing, right? Just like if you start something and you're not ready for it, I'd rather wait for something to happen than push it and force it to happen, because if I force it to happen, then it may not go the way I think that it's supposed to go. You know my beliefs, right? So you know that I'm a type of person where I'm going to wait, even though I want it right now, that I have to sometimes be patient enough to wait for it to happen for me so that it can be longevity within it. These other coaches that jumped, a lot of coaches jumped into being a head coach, black coaches we talking about, and then they become coaches, and then you don't hear about them ever again.
And that's where I'm getting to, though. And I think we're saying two different things the same way.
Yeah.
We don't hear about them anymore. We're talking about timing, but why do I got to keep being patient? Why do I have to sit here and have a perfect timing and a perfect storm? Why can't I get this opportunity, and if I fail, I can go back and then get another opportunity? It's like when we fail, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not making sense.
It doesn't make sense, bro. If you look at how society plays out, it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it's like I'd rather be patient and wait because my longevity is going to be longer. It's just like me starting a business. If I would have started this business back in 19 when I started this business 20 years ago, but if I would have went full time back when I was in St. Louis, what that would have looked like, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like me being patient, waiting for it, and then even you pushing me, you know what I'm saying? You're like, come on, bro, you could do this. You could. I'm like, bro, I gotta be patient. I have to wait for this to happen because I want it to happen organically, and I want it to happen the right way. I don't want to force something to work and then it doesn't work and then I never do it again. Because we just talked about coaches in pros that get opportunities, but then you don't hear about. You like, okay, what staff he was on? You can't even find them.
Yeah.
They at home.
But the thing about it is, and for real world, that works.
Yeah.
Being patient, because I can't fail. If I fail, and I'm not saying football is not real world.
Yeah.
That works. But when you look at the rate of success that some of these a lot of these position coaches have, they're not even coordinators, a lot of them.
Right.
And that's where I'm saying, like, you're telling me that I can't be leader of men even under a head coach. That's what's killing me.
Yeah.
Is that there's no one to actually that I can network with to help bring me to where I need to be.
But it's that head coach mentoring that coach to help that coach. And that's the question. Because if that coach is not mentoring that coach can't be successful. I'm not saying he can't be successful. I ain't going to say that. I'm going to change that. I'm going to say he doesn't have the right tools to help him be successful if he doesn't have that mentorship up under him. So if you're looking at a coach and he really wants to be a head coach, he should be able to tie himself to the head coach, and the head coach should be able to say, you would be a great head coach, right? Because you're going to need that recommendation in order to move forward, right, in being a head coach. So the goal for most, if you are an assistant coach and you want to be a head coach, and if you already experienced and you say, hey, you told your head coach, or you in high school or college, whatever, and you already said to your head coach that you want to be a coach one day, a head coach one day, and your coach never took that upon any reason to say, man, you know what, I'm gonna start mentoring you. If that coach ain't done that, that means that coach is because I experienced that in high school coaching. Man, I wanted to be a head coach, and I was a linebacker. I mean, I was a D-line coach, and I was a running back coach. I was all these other coaches, and then one day the position opened up. So I'm like, I'm gonna apply for this position, and this wasn't in football. This was in basketball. And when I applied for that position, I wasn't good enough for that position. The school wasn't looking at me as I was a good candidate. Did I get an interview? Yes, I got an interview because I was assistant coach. But I didn't get the head job.
But here's my question, though. Why am I good enough to play for you, but you ain't good enough to mentor me? Like that kills me.
Yeah.
And I know I'm asking a lot of questions.
Because you think about it like this. I look at it like this. You're good enough to play for me just based off of your talent level, right?
But I have to be smart. I have to know where everything that you're teaching me as a coach, I got to be able to put it on.
Correct. But sometimes coaches, think about it, it becomes competition, right? And we talk about the coaching aspect, right? We talked about it in a couple episodes ago, that egos, right? Mm-hmm. In a coaching room, how that culture of coaches have to be. Like if I'm the alpha dog, I can't have nobody else being no freaking alpha dog in my room.
Man, I want all alpha dogs.
You right? We want it. I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm saying in general, people with egos has issues with that, right?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about somebody that, okay, just say you want to be a head, you want to run a business, you want to run, a sports complex, right? And you say, okay, and you keep telling me, and I'm hearing you, but I'm not really. All right, I hear you, coach. Like what you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to set yourself aside? What are you going to do to prove to me this is what you really want? Or are you just collecting a check and you just, hey, I'm good with recruiting, I'm good with traveling, I got a job, I got a house, I got a car, and I get to put money in my bank account?
I hear you.
So,
I think we both know that there are guys who have that ambition, and we're just looking for a shot.
I would tell them, if you're looking for a shot, go talk to your head coach and have those conversations with your head coach. Because the key thing about all of this, right? If you want to be somebody that you one day you feel that you are the next, you're the next champ, you're the next Super Bowl champion coach, and your coach is not even showing you any love for that position, and he don't know it, right? So if he don't know it, then you don't have opportunity. But if he knows it, you're talking about somebody that like me, right? I only played, a year and some change in the league, right? So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, dang, I bust my tail to get all the way here, and this is all I get out of the deal, right? Like sometimes I walk past coaches look at me like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have been in the program and you working with that coach, you have conversation with the head coach and say, hey, coach, this is what I really want. This is my dreams. My dreams is what I want to do. What do I need to do to be successful and be in your position? Yeah. I think that's key.
I hear you.
Yeah. So,
I think on that note, man, I think we did a lot in that little time.
Yeah,
frame we
man.
just did,
Real
man.
talk.
So we're gonna finish this again with one last rep.
Okay.
So if you could pick give me one coach that you wish you would have had a chance to play for and why.
Ooh, man, one coach. One coach. It don't matter what coach.
I don't matter what color, man. We talking about coaches.
Pro, college, don't
We
matter.
just talking about coaches.
Bill Parcells.
Why Bill Parcells?
Man, Bill Parcells was a hard-nosed coach, man. And I think, playing under Bill Parcells would have been one of the greatest experiences for me because it takes those hard-nosed coaches to pull the best out of you. Mm-hmm. If you got a coach that's trying to be with the trend and trying to be cool with you and hang out with you, bro, I just don't think you can relate with the players much because the player's not going to respect that coach as much as he's going to respect the coach that's going to cuss him out and push him to that point where he want to be. He already see the potential in you. And I want somebody that's going to pull the potential out of me. Now, I never played for Bill Parcells, but I wish, when I was in my early 20s that I could have had the opportunity to play for him because, one of his close friends was, Bobby Knight.
Okay. You out here trying to throw chairs at people, man?
Yeah, man, bro. I just want somebody who's going to pull everything out of me. That's the goal, right? Because we're not playing this game to be, get paid millions of dollars and not be the best. Like you playing this game to be the best out there, but also you want somebody that's going to be able to pull everything out of you so that you can say, when I'm done, I gave everything I had, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I had. So
that's real, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. T-Man, let them know where we can find you on social media, bro.
All right. IG, go to the Grindhouse ST. That's on Instagram and Twitter. You can go to the Grindhouse Sports Training on Facebook. We're also on TikTok. You can reach us at the Grindhouse ST. Just come out and support us. We doing big things in our community, and we're looking for young athletes to come out and hang out and try us out. So, hey, peace. Have a good one. We love you. Hey, let's keep this rocking.
Hey, just remember, man, your grind is your legacy. Make sure it's worth remembering. I'll holla at y'all.
Peace.
This is Terrell Washington. Thank you for tuning in to the Grindhouse Podcast. If you are enjoying our show, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, and all other podcast platforms. Remember, you must grind to shine.